Hi friends, welcome back to Accidentally Awesome, where I, Lorna, me, talk to you and other women about ADHD and what it means to us, what we can do to help ourselves, and I guess everything that goes along with it. So today I'm chatting about journals and planners, something that I really enjoy. But for the longest time, I wasn't able to enjoy it because of my ADHD. I would get a journal or a planner or whatever you want to call it. I would start and then it would completely fall away. And I didn't understand why until I got my diagnosis. And it was like, that makes sense. So, since I had my ADHD diagnosis, I've actually got back into journaling again. And I just wanted to share how I use it and perhaps encourage somebody out there to give it a go for themselves, because I think it is a really beneficial thing to do. I class journaling and planning as two separate things. So my journal is a personal thing. I write down my thoughts, how I'm feeling, things like that in it. I've also got a habit tracker in there, and I'll show you all of this. But a planner to me is just that. It's a planner, so it's maybe about work, keeping a track of finances, things like that that are slightly more factual, I suppose, rather than personal. So I've got a few different things here that I wanted to show you. I was going to show you this one first because this one is absolutely gorgeous. It's called A Clockwork Reader, and it's by another lady that's on YouTube, and I'll link to hers. And it's actually a planner she has made up herself, or a journal, sorry, that she has made up herself, all about reading. So if you are a reader and you'd like to make a note of your books, can't recommend this enough. It's beautiful inside. But sadly, I've not used it yet because since going on to my medication, I've actually found reading a bit difficult. So I need to make an effort to get back into that. But regardless, I'll link to a different YouTube page underneath, and you can check that out if you're interested in reading and keeping a note of that. It's done for you. You don't really need to do anything apart from fill it in. But here is my personal journal, and it's not showing up that. Oh, there we go. It's a bit grey and dull in Sydney town today. But as well as it having a gorgeous picture on it, it's actually got gold leaf. Well, gold leaf. It's golden embossing on it, and it's just really, really pretty. So, yeah, as I said before I got my diagnosis, I'd tried to journal, and for whatever reason, my brain just would not let me stick to it. I'd mentioned this to my psychiatrist when I was seeing her, and again, before I was diagnosed, and she encouraged me to keep going. And she was like, it does take time to set up a habit, but I knew it wasn't that. I knew it was something more than just getting into a routine of doing something. There was something in me that was stopping me from doing it. So having that diagnosis has been amazing for me in so many ways. So I thought I would share with you what I've done in March. So here is my March front page. I am no artist. I will never claim to be an artist. So all I did was print off a couple of things, stuck it on. That is an actual leaf that I picked up on a walk. And I made this little tab here so I knew what month it was, and it's quite handy. On the in the inside, I love washi tape, and I'll talk about that in a minute. I just decorated it with washi tape. So on one side, I like tarot and oracle cards and things like that. So I pulled a goddess card for the month. So I copied that out of the little book that came with my goddess card, and I popped it in there. Then I did this, which I've been terrible at filling in. This is my habit tracker. Yeah, you can tell I'm ADHD, can't you? I get halfway through the month and I just completely forget about it. But do you know what? It's there. and I can get back to it and I can try it out. And again, all I did was print that off, glue it in, and my washi tape again, just to give it a bit of sparkle, a bit of interest. The next page I did, and you might think I'm a bit strange for doing this, but I love magic, witchcraft, oracle cards, tarot, anything like that. So this is actually for my witchy stuff, which has only had a little bit filled in. I've got another bit there that I need to write up. And from there we go on to my daily things. And I just separate them with washi tape. Sometimes I put a sticker on, other times it's just washi tape. Some days I'm writing a lot. And other days I might just put in a couple of lines, but it's actually been incredibly helpful for me because I've started to notice what things I'm writing down in this. I've started to notice what's been working well for me. So if you noticed another video I had up the other day, I was out with my dog Dojo, who is about to knock my light over. Careful, pup. I've realised that having a daily walk is really important to me. My husband is in the office on a Monday and a Friday, so I am working towards having no meetings or appointments on Mondays and Fridays, if possible. I'm happy if I'm going to be interviewing some ladies on those days because it's nice and quiet, but I'm not going to do anything that I could do on other days then, because these are my quiet days in the house if I want to get things done in the house, and I wouldn't know that if I hadn't written about it in here. So I'm finding it very beneficial to me, and it's also fun. You know, sometimes we get really stuck in the fact that something has to have a purpose and has to be super useful for it to be part of our lives, and I don't think that's true. I mean, I might only just be putting in stickers and washi tape there, but that gives me some joy, you know, and I'm not one to go out and spend a lot of money on things. So this morning I went out and I bought myself a sticker book, and you know, it's just fun. It's things that you would do like when you were a kid that we sometimes forget about. You know, just writing things down about ourselves that give us joy. And I find that writing it in the morning is quite good because it clarifies my thoughts. If there's something on my mind, I can put it down and get it out there. And just having that playfulness and the fun involved, you know, it's a nice way to start the day, and it's a good way to keep track of things. So I'll do this again when I get April ready, because now that I've been doing it for a month, I'm a bit more aware of what I actually want to include in it. So I'm going to make some more things to put into it for next month. I'll keep up my daily writing. That's just going to stay the same. I'm not going to make any changes to that. But the part at the front where I had the habit tracker and things, I've thought about it a bit more. There's a few things that I do want to track, like views for this channel, for instance. It would be nice to keep an eye on that and see how it's going. Maybe the number of steps I do in a day, books that I'm reading, although I have that lovely green planner for that. And that's what I would encourage you to do. Think about things that are fun for you to consider, or maybe important for you to think about. Perhaps you want to keep track of your exercise or your eating, or whatever it is that that you want to do that's fun. And you know, you can pick up these things really cheaply. I can't remember how much that journal was because I've had it sitting for like 2 years. But as well as buying the stickers, which I got in Spotlight, I got these cute washi tapes, and I'll use them. You know, I'll use them quite a lot. They were $4, and there's 5 of them. The other one I'd taken one out. So it's not. I mean, you could go crazy for this. To be quite honest, you can buy really fancy. I'm looking. You can get like really fancy pens. You can buy heaps of stickers. You can buy washi tape. You can buy so much stuff for this, but I don't think it's necessary. Although, you do you. If you want to go and spend a heap of money on stickers and things. I mean, look, these are my washi tapes in the back, and this is me telling you it's not an expensive habit, but washi tapes quite often, you know, maybe between $5 and $10 for a tube of them. So I don't think that that's too expensive. And if it gives you joy, that's not a lot of money to spend on something that's enjoyable for you. I've also got this planner, and again, I bought this a while ago. It's saying $14.99 on it, and I'm using this for our podcast, for the podcast. So I'm writing down ideas. I'm writing down some of the guests that I'm going to be having on. Ideas for sections in here. So I'll probably do another one on journals, like I say, when I get this one up and running for April. And yeah, again, I'm trying to make it fun. I'm putting in some stickers. I'm using my washi as I usually do. I'm like the washi queen. Woo! And things like that. So that's one way of doing journaling. But then we've also got planning. And I think being ADHD, I don't know about you guys, but I need to write things down. And sometimes it's really just to get it out of my head. Otherwise, it stays in there and it's buzzing about and driving me nuts. So I think once I've got it on a bit of paper, I don't need to constantly worry about it or think about it because it's there. So I developed let's see if we can see this properly. This is a daily planner that I've developed, and it's going up onto my Etsy shop. I'm just trialing it for a couple of days to see what I need to change on it. So I've put down top 3 tasks to do, and you know, you can fill this in as you want. I've got from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. as far as scheduling and things go. And since I've been on the medication, I've realised that there's things that I have to start considering more. Have a drink. My medication makes my mouth quite dry, so I need to make sure I'm drinking. I've got that here. Move your body. Well, I've been doing that most mornings anyway. Take your meds. Hands up if you forget. Yep, I've just remembered I need to go and take my lunchtime ones now. So I've got that on here because, you know, we can get a bit scattered. And eat some food. Again, for me, my medication, it suppresses my appetite. So I need to remember to eat something. I mean, you wouldn't think it looking at me, but you know. So yeah, I'm having to remember to do that. But I'm thinking of adding in another one that reminds me to take a break, because I'm not remembering to stop and eat food. I'm not necessarily taking a break in the middle of the day, and I'm finding that I'm getting pretty tired. So if you have things that you maybe need on a daily planner like this, a daily planning sheet, you can comment down below, because this is going to be available. I'm going to actually do a free one for viewers of this channel, and you'll be able to get that, and I will let you know when it's available. But I'm also going to put this up on Etsy, and hopefully it can assist other people with ADHD, because we have some unique challenges and we have some unique needs. And, you know, if I can do a little bit to help other people, then I'll be a happy girl. So there we go. That's me and my journals and my planner. I've got more planners than that, but I wouldn't necessarily bore you with it unless you're into making YouTube channels and things like that, because that's what they're about. So yeah, I'd love to know if you have tried journaling, if you've managed to stick with it. If you haven't, if you wonder if it's your ADHD that's maybe played into that, if this has inspired you to give it another try and get yourself out there and you become a washi tape queen as well. And if it's useful for you in your daily life, I'd love to know. I'd also love it if you would hit the subscribe button. It's the red button down there. And I'm asking that because I don't get paid to do these videos. I'm doing them because I enjoy them, because I want to help other women with ADHD. I want to start that conversation. But if I get to a certain number of subscribers and views on this channel, then YouTube will reimburse me for all my hard work. So that's why people ask you to subscribe. So yeah, subscribe, like, comment. I'd love it. And I'll be back next week with our first guest, who is, I'm not going to tell you, it's a secret. So if you keep an eye on our Facebook or Instagram pages, again, they'll be linked below, then you'll find out who our first guest is. I'll speak to you soon, guys. Have an awesome day, even if it's accidentally awesome. See you later. Bye.